So you think he's going to be a better senator for conservatives than Mitch McConnell's been?
Absolutely. Mitch McConnell is abhorrent. He's an embarrassment. Honestly, people like him have got to go, and I think if Rand gets in there, he's going to set a precedent for how a small government conservative or classical liberal should conduct themselves in Washington.
Do you think he'd be a better senator than Mitch McConnell?
I think he definitely would be a lot more principled, and I think so.
What do you think about McConnell supporting Grayson?
I think it's stupid. It's just stupid establishment guys backing their own guys, you know, doing what they always do, trying to keep the outsiders out. And they know that Rand's going to get in there and shake up the establishment and end the welfare state, or try to at least. And McConnell doesn't like that. His job security is in his best interest. And
essentially, what you see with McConnell and with a lot of these people like Lindsey Graham and McCain and people on the other side like Schumer, they're all willing to work together to take away our liberties.
I think he will be a far better senator for conservative principles than Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell initially supported amnesty, and he voted for the bailout when there was a Republican president pushing it, and we don't need that. And Rand Paul won't do that.
Politicians need to feel pain sometimes when it comes to the electorate, and people really need to go out and become involved.
What do you think about McConnell deciding to support Grayson instead of Paul?
You know, sometimes people get in the way of things, and they don't want things to change because they're part of the problem. And whether he's a good guy or not, I'm not going to say, but I think he's part of that problem that Rand's trying to solve. He's afraid of what might happen.
McConnell had his time as the leader of the Senate for Kentucky, and things are changing, and people want their voice to be heard, and I think Rand understands that and is going to carry through on that in Washington.
I think he'd be a good person to beat Mitch McConnell.
You're not a Mitch McConnell fan?
No, I'm not. No.
Why don't you like Mitch? Is he not conservative enough? Or?
No, I'm not conservative enough.
Do you think Rand Paul's going to be a better senator than Mitch McConnell has been?
By far. Yeah, I think Mitch has just lost his way. I know he has certain obligations as the minority leader and so forth to try and make things work, but I'm not really interested in more compromising with the progressive end of the House and the Senate. We need to roll some things back, and Mitch is not really one, I don't think, is going to stand up and say this stuff's got to stop.
Do you think he's going to be a better senator for Kentucky in terms of conservative principles than Mitch McConnell's been?
Oh, yes, absolutely. He'll probably be even more conservative than Jim Bunning was. Jim Bunning had a great conservative record, but I'm sure Rand will top it.
I'm sure he'll be way more trustworthy than Mitch McConnell.
I used to support Mitch a lot.
Yeah.
And I know him personally well.
Yeah.
But I've gotten away from it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's a status quo up there that I'm tired of.
A vote for Trey is a vote for Mitch, and more of the same. If you like being $1 trillion in debt all the time, every year, then vote for Trey. If you want to stop the bleeding, vote for Rand.
it just shows you what a great divide there is out there right now in the conservative party. The grassroots, the Tea Party is really shaking things up a lot.
There have been a number of places where I've stopped and passing out signs for Rand at these Lincoln Day events, and the officials of the county party come up and say, he's right, I'm going to vote for him, but I can't stand up and say it,
right,
or we'll get run out of town. So I'm real interested to see how the Mitch McConnell's Unity event comes off next weekend. I'm going just to see who shows up.
Yeah.